These are, of course, round number 1 from the uppers. Rix in the blue, Oxygen in the orange. 5 minutes freshly on the clock again.
And this is where it is going to count, and Astro straight out of the gate, 4 seconds gone, gets the first one for Oxygen.
Just like that, it just feels like the other series. A mistake in front of net and will set the tone already. Nerves will be a huge factor in this Crafters, and you can almost feel a little bit sympathetic to Rix GG, the former redemption side. You didn't see the pre-show, of course, but this will now have to be equalised pretty much soon.
Of course, Oxygen been here before in the fall major, just barely scraping into that one before, but they've looked fairly confident throughout this split here, Danny. And Redemption have been Redemption throughout the split. Now Rix GG have been the breakout stars of the split. Everyone was kind of writing them off, but they put on one heck of a performance throughout the grid and throughout the first regional as well. And now find themselves with an opportunity to make a splash in this winter major and get them a little bit closer and a little bit more in contention, maybe getting to the World Championship over the summer. And as Rix get their first shot off net, Mike Boy will send it towards net. Astro will play the defense. And the first real opportunity here for Rix comes and goes, and the Oxygen defense holds strong.
Well, these are our two sides, as you've been mentioning, in their regional runs. Of course, in the pre-show we talked about Rix needing the qualifier. Oxygen did not, and Ferrer does not need an invitation by the opposition to know where the net is. He knows it, and right on time, 2-0.
And we said that Astro, it's going to be Astro versus Cash in Oxygen versus Rix, but you cannot count out the duo of Chaussette and Ferrer. These two played for a long, long time together here, Danny, and I think they've had one of the best runs of their RL Esports careers, at least in recent memory, here in the winter split as part of Oxygen. And obviously with Astro playing around them, they've just been phenomenal upfield, but you feel a lot of stuff for Oxygen goes through Astro more often than not. He's got the most shots and the most goals throughout the entirety of the winter split, but you can never count out that hookup between Chaussette and Ferrer, as Rix maybe get a chance here to try and battle back in the scoreline, but the Oxygen defense is holding very strong here.
That's been impressive, to be fair, and the fact that Astro was able to go into that lineup, you know, have such an established sort of Ferrer and Chaussette as a duo. They've been for a very long time, dominating the EU scene. They've, of course, won league play many years ago. It almost feels like Crafters, but now they've got to reshape themselves, recreate themselves. Of course, no longer with Fruity, but this could be a passing play and a half. And we haven't spoken much about Rix GG either. Sort of a team that was made from 3 different elements here. And they have made an unstoppable force, an unstoppable run at times, and it feels like Oxygen is the perfect test for them right now.
Oh, and Astro right off the backboard on the goal line, and Ferrer will stick it in the back of the net. As much as Rix have been trying to get into this one, they've just been stymied every point of the way by Oxygen. And again, just holding it on the goal line, 2.5 minutes gone, 2.5 to go here, Danny. And nothing is going right now for Rix GG. They have been fighting with all their might, but Oxygen have been shutting down everything they've been doing. You saw that upfield pass between Ocelon and Mike Boy just get snuffed out and cut away by the defense of Oxygen, and they're right back off this kickoff looking for a fourth. Oxygen are looking deadly here.
Almost threatening, clinical, and I'm going to be a bit worrisome if you're in Rix's camp right now. I know they're a bit of a slow starter at times, and it'll take them time to get themselves going. But this is why they were a side in the grid to be afraid of. This link-up, this is deadly.
It is very deadly, and we sort of talked about Chaussette and Ferrer being the duo players. Mike Boy and Ocelon have been those players for Rix GG as well throughout this split. It's Mike Boy, crucial takeout of Astro, gets control of the kickoff. Now Cash looking to make magic happen upfield, but cannot get it past the rest of the defense. Chaussette will get credit with the save, but with a couple minutes left, they need a goal, and Mike Boy might just be the one to do it, but it'll just fall a little bit short as Chaussette now chases this one downfield after his save. Astro looking to tuck that one away, but minute 40 still to go. And Rix just need a little bit more offense going for them here. They cannot be affording to play a lot of defense as they are right now.
Well, I'm just sort of contented for Rick's sakes here, Crafters. They got a goal in the opening game here. If they do go on to lose it, I hope they, of course, come back naturally. They give us a much more closer game. It will just be sort of a nerve settler. There's nothing more worse feeling shut out or useless in situations. And you can already sense Rick's GG just want that second goal here to tell Oxygen, gotta respect us a little bit more.
And Cash has been relatively quiet in this opening match. Still a long way to go in the series still, but why get Cash going early? Because that is your ace in the hole if you're Rick's GG. You want to get him enough space and enough time to work his magic. He had one shot earlier on, but he's not done much since. And a little bit of a mistouch will send this towards the Rick's backboard. Ocelon will be able to pick this one up, but it might just be a little bit too little too late, as Josette just easily sends that one into the corner. Now Cash looking for Ocelon in the middle, snuffed out by Astro. And those interceptions upfield, Danny, have just been hellacious for Oxygen. They've been snuffing out everything that Ricks have been trying to put forward. And with 20 seconds left, it's looking all the more likely that Oxygen can walk away with the first win here in this series.
Well, it might be, but that shooting accuracy almost piercing Oxygen, and it will hurt. But as I said before, Crafters, they just needed a goal to set the nerves down, get the tempo here. To be fair and give credit to them, they've had chances, just not been accurate enough. Oxygen, however, you talk about an improvement. This is one of the most scariest teams when they're on form, and I'm talking about probably on Vitality's level, and that's our top 2, top 3 conversation. And this could just be the tournament for them to get things right if they do go on to win, or at least get close to it.
And you think about Oxygen in the fall split as well, and throughout the regionals they were just really struggling to get anything going. They didn't get in past when it was Swiss in the fall split when it was still Swiss. They didn't get past stage 1 at all until the third regional when they had to try and qualify for the major. But they were putting the results in throughout the grids, and that's what kept them competitive. That's what kept them in it. Kind of playing the Singularity role in that split as Singularity are in the winter split as well. But throughout the winter split, Oxygen have just gone from strength to strength, and Astro has been looking like a threat every single week that we have seen him out in this pitch. And he tees up Chaussette here, and his positioning has just been fantastic. And right now, Ricks have no answer to that. They need to pull out Cash as that one to try and challenge Astro. They've not been able to get him going in game number 1. Let's see if game 2 is any different. Cash will get the save to start things off 30 seconds in from Chaussette. But once again here, Danny, it is just Oxygen all over this Rick's defense.
It's a perfect analogy, the way you've set Rick's GG up in terms of the early matchups in round 1. This, in theory, statistically, should be the most closest. Both in scores, goals, saves, shots, and everything put together. It's incredible what they can do. Right now, Rick's GG needs to get this goal pretty much quickly here. They've been on the offense here for a good 30-40 seconds, and Oslo tips it away here. At least their decision-making, Crafter, is ideal. Put the ball up, get a bit of time. We've seen Vitality earlier in the day doing exactly that, right up.
And it was Endpoint just struggling when Vitality were all over their backline. That's what we're seeing here as Astro double flip reset in the mid-air. Can't get it past Mike Boy though, but Ferro have another little go here as Cash able to send that ball long, and I think that's the strategy now for Ricks. Don't let Oxygen walk all over your defense. Just boom it long when you get the chance. Set yourself up to go for that offensive play, and right back into the middle. Mike Boy needs to win that one against Astro. He does so, but Ferro there to clean up the mess that has been made in the midfield, and does look very, very scrappy right now. Ocelon will take this free ball just given to him on a silver platter in the Oxygen half, but the defense recovers very, very well and right back where Ricks don't want it.
Okay, she was able to at least shuffle the ball back into the middle. However, the danger is right exactly this. Why clear it down the middle is always a big question. When you give space down the middle, you're just asking to be scored upon, and Mike Boy, there's no saving that. Simple as that.
Even with a half tank of boost, Mike Boy was just so hesitant to go for that one. Not any clue where this ball is going to end up. And Farah just puts it right into the heart of the net. And a 1-0 lead once again for Oxygen. Rick's trying to battle back, but they just look very, very flat right now. And Oxygen are just having their way right now. Astral now slowing things down as Ferro is lurking in just outside the mouth of the goal. And now Chaussette picks up the pieces here. Not a lot of boost in the tank, so get it over to Ferro on this right-hand side. Ocelon now has to take this one away. Cannot afford to play this one slowly as everyone from Oxygen is rotating in. Astral touching that one down. Chaussette deciding not to go for it as Ferro comes in here, and the shots just keep coming thick and fast, or at least the pressure does. And Astral hits the top right corner. 2-0 Oxygen.
You want to know why they didn't go for it? This is exactly why. Know your opportunity. When it presents itself, it will be there. And Astral, you talk about the matchup versus Kaish right now. Kaish has been almost utterly sided, and that's not through his fault. It's simply due to Oxygen gracing us with the ability.
Ooh.
And this time, Kaish does get the save, but will it be in vain for the match, however?
Yeah, Cash 2 saves in this one, nothing else on the scoreboard. I think he only had one shot in the first game as well, so Cash needs to start waking up and pulling out the plays that we know he can make. But look at that from Ferro from a mile away. Astral will pick it up in the corner, but Rex are just looking for all the answers right now. Nothing in the back of the answer book for them, but they pass it to the middle, finds Cash. Can't find the goal though as Ferro takes that one in. Off another shooting opportunity for Rex GG. Everything not going the way of Rex right now, and Oxygen are just holding on right now, but Mike, plenty of boost here, needs to beat Astral and will not.
Oh, just so close. Rex GG just knocking on the doorstep. Nobody is answering. And we talk about Kaish there, the closest we've seen attempt-wise is with Mike Boy. And that was less than 5-10 seconds to go. And Oxygen knows rightly they've got them where they want them. And Astral just puts it into the corner here. They can just simply put this ball, ping it to the corners, and do not let the positional game go away here. And you know what, Craftman, can you blame Oxygen for the way they're playing?
Yeah, just playing so clinical, so clean. Seen a lot of that from Oxygen throughout the winter split, and I've, as the endpoint caster, I've had a couple of run-ins with Oxygen throughout the grid, and every time the endpoint played them, it just felt like Oxygen were playing perfect Rocket League, and it seems like it really feels the same what they're doing here as well. And now Rex looking for a little bit of offense. Ocelon got to shoot that one out with a little bit more pace, a little bit more purpose to it. As Mike Boy gets it out from Ocelon, touches it down. Mike Boy trying the follow-up, but again, just nothing working. Cash will have maybe one more attempt, but at this point, it's a done deal here, Danny. Oxygen just looking unstoppable right now, playing clean-cut, perfect Rocket League. And only one goal allowed in the first game, none allowed here in the second.
It's a strange situation, Craftman. Simple, like, when I was looking at this series, I was going, this is going the distance. There's no way either side's going to sweep this. How wrong I look right now with Oxygen Esports, as you said, clean. I have not seen them play this decisive in a while. I've seen them on when we had against Lick. They have been ruthless at times, but they always made a mistake or let you back into the series. Chaussette and Ferro, they have been renowned as well. One in particular for their leadership in game. It's almost like having a coach there. Right now, they are on the same sheet. They're singing this right tune, and it could be a 3-0 sweep, and that's a very great way to start their EU major.
One thing I'll point out in that game as well, 4 saves from Astro. He's really been all over this pitch for Oxygen. I mean, he throughout the when split, he was last on Oxygen in terms of saves per game, 1.73. Chaussette was the highest on the team with 1.93. But Astro has just been the complete MVP, dominating force here for Oxygen. But this is an open net. Cash doesn't have the boost to reach down and get that one. And that might have been the best chance that they've had all series long here, Danny. As Ferro now tries to rotate in, cut off Mike Boy, but he's too late to it. But still, just nothing seems purposeful for Ricks. It just seems they're getting this ball into the Oxygen half, and then they don't know what to do with it afterwards.
It's just unusual from them. We always seen Ricks with a bit of purpose, a bit of style into it. But there is one thing that you cannot say about Astral. He is not lacking in this match at all. Perfect shooting, perfect accuracy, but through Ferris passing. And Rick's, this sort of honeymoon pickup period has not been well enough for them.
Astral, again, just becoming the MVP for Oxygen, and a double touch off the backboard saved by Ocelon. Oh boy, it's just a relentless offense right now for Oxygen. They feel they've got it won, but we've still got 4 minutes to play, and Ocelon has space, but who is there to stop him? It is Astral. Of course it's Astral. Chaussette and Ferrer just staring on in awe, as well as the rest of Rex GG. Can Mikeboy get a play here? Gets a bump on the backboard, but it's towards the corner. And again, just no purposeful offense coming from Rex. They're getting shut down by Oxygen every step of the way. And it's that man in the middle as well, Astral, that is just putting the work in right now and are keeping Oxygen strong in this matchup.
Well, that's said and done though. 90 seconds, 1-0. Oxygen does lead. Strong positional play, strong everything. And Rick's no answer, and they're back in defense here. It's also when it's the case of when is Oxygen going to score. It doesn't seem likely unless Mikeboy and Ocelon can link up. Doesn't happen. And we find ourselves pondering when and if Rick's GG wants to score.
Well, you can see what Ricks are trying to do. They're trying to play the ball upfield and then get the ball into the midfield for a pass. But Oxygen are just so fast on the rotations, and they're reading everything that Ricks is doing. Well, that's a free ball in the middle, and Cash will send it into the back of the net. First goal since game number 1, and it levels the scoreline.
Oh, he has been quiet, and the sleeping beast may have just been awoken. Finally, Craftman, finally. We see it at a level game, and finally Rick scored. You talk about the way they were playing. If it hasn't been working, change it up. And Kaishner nicking the second one in quick concession here. They need this one. They want it, but Oxygen not giving it.
And that's the first goal and first real meaningful play from Cash that we've seen all series long here, Danny. Starting to find the groove. And you said that Cash just, or the entirety of Rick's just needs a game or two to start getting into it. They've still looked fairly weak here in game number 3, but that one goal is going to give them at least a little bit of confidence, a little bit of hope going forward. Mikeboy has to save this one out. And possibly the plan right now for Ricks could just be play defense for 2 minutes and take it to OT and then beat them on the kickoff, but Ferrer will not let that happen. At least in his book, Chaussette couldn't follow that up enough. Ocelon will get credit for some sort of save. But look at this, round the corner from Astro. Gets it from Chaussette, and right, just like that, Oxygen back in the lead.
Well, you said something incredibly dangerous there. Just play defense for 2+ minutes. As much as I love defense, against Oxygen in this kind of mood, you're asking for trouble, and rightly so. They concede. Rick CG needs to barrel everything they've got here, or simply down to the losers, and Mikeboy trying to pull a fake at this point here. Demo, passing play, something different needs to be done here, or goal number 3 will flash on our boards, and Mikeboy might not have that one on his.
Yeah, I didn't like the fake attempt by Mikeboy. I don't like the decision there. You've really just got to make your presence felt upfield and try to fake out a player coming straight towards you like that. Not the best decision in the world, but like you said, they're just throwing everything they can at Oxygen, just seeing what works, but Oxygen may have just stolen their playbook and looked at everything they're doing, but look at that! Oh, the fake! It doesn't work earlier on, but Cash pulls off to perfection. 2-2 tie.
Just with a bit of Mikeboy sitting in like the playground scenario with a fist right up to the defender. I want my pocket money back. That's how it almost felt like, Craftman. And he has just been robbed once again. It's just the case, can Rick CG now make payday happen with goal number 3?
It's got to come here in the next minute or so. I don't fancy their chances in overtime, and I don't think Oxygen do either. Ferrer trying to play that one into the corner, and again, just this Oxygen offense just controlling the midfield, controlling the pace of the game. And Astro, empty net to shoot, he bangs it off the post. Don't see that often from Astro. Big miss there, could set up Ricks for the counter-attack. But again, Oxygen just holding this midfield, 45 seconds to go. Ricks just need one big play upfield to give themselves an opportunity. Ocelon to Cash. Backboard play coming right now, but Mike Boy will pick this up on the left-hand side. Looking for Ocelon in the middle. Finds him, finds the backboard, tries to touch it down. Where's Cash to make the shot? It's not there. Ferrer just dribbles it out of harm's way. But now Rex have an opportunity. 20 seconds to go. Mike Boy towards the net. Backboard play incoming. Ferrer takes it off. Cash now plays it down to Ocelon. Shot coming. Chaussette saves. 10 seconds to go. Can they hold on for overtime? Or will Oxygen get this last second counter-attacking play? Mike Boy once more towards the backboard. Astro will take it down. And Oxygen's best play right now is to send it to the floor and to get our first overtime of the series.
Just incredible that we're in this situation. Tom, probably quite a lot would have Rick GG written off here, but was their best chance before this OT, and Oxygen scrambled across, looked at the net and whipped away absolutely at nothing at Oxygen. And there's Astro once again, playing at the corner.
Huge bump there from Chaussette onto Mike Boy. Sorry, Danny, but it was just Chaussette blocking out Mike Boy to the corner. Just the way that Oxygen has been playing, you felt like that ball just swinging into the midfield with a player bumped into the corner. Might have been game over right there, and it might still be game over, but Astro with a mistouch on the defensive rebound there. Mike Boy chasing that one down, and Chaussette needs to win this ball out in the midfield. Astro will pick up the pieces now. Chaussette tries to fake out Mike Boy, but Ocelon comes in from the left-hand side, sent into the corner. Rick's scrambling with all their might to keep themselves in this upper bracket. And now the pass to Mike Boy into the middle. Oh, Chaussette gets credit for it, but everyone diving at that ball here, Danny. And we play on a minute until OT.
I was worried that Rick's best chance may have been earlier. But a fight within them, that's great to see. And Chaussette's there, Astral double, Ocelon using that back middle to perfection. Anywhere into the middle. And Mike Boy, Ocelon, bit of team passing play. Oh, it was good, but not good enough. Oxygen's seen it time and time again through the entirety of their careers. Deals with the pressure, and Mike Boy can only pinch at this one.
Oh, and he might have had a chance there if Chaussette hadn't blocked it out. And that is what Oxygen has done so well throughout the course of these games here, Danny. It's just cutting off plays before Ricks can make them happen. Can they do the same here in overtime, or will Ocelon have an open goal? He doesn't even need to touch it. Mike Boy gets it. Minute 54 gone in OT, and we play on in the series.
You have one player in Ferrer on the opposite side. Chaussette and Astro was on our screens. And a lunge of a ball right down to the middle. And you just seen Oslo. You just know when you play your own session in game, do you steal it or do you let it go in, Craftman? What would you do in that situation?
In that situation, you let it go in if you know it's going in. Don't try and steal it, because any touch there from Ocelon could have sent it high or sent it wide or into the post or what have you, into a defender. Ocelon, right decision there to let Mike Boy get it, but he doesn't care if he doesn't get the goal. He's the MVP. 5 saves by Ocelon in that one. And I like looking at the ball possession, field domination stats that we have here on the C stream, thanks to Rocket Get. Almost 50-50 in both those stats. And my goodness, like, in the first couple of games, Oxygen were the more dominant team, and you felt that. And you felt that in the first half of the game as well. Oxygen was all over Ricks. They couldn't get anything going. But that one goal from Cash just turned the tides, reset their mentality essentially, Danny, and they run away to a victory.
So what you need sometimes, let's put it in perspective as well. This is the European major. It's the winter one. We're effectively going to be 2/3 done of an entire season. This is not just in the case of can we get a couple of points. This is to creep into the top 6. Rick's GG are trying to not only stop their rival in the form of Oxygen do so, they want to get there themselves too. And this is the right way to get about it. They just need 2 more wins on the board.
Talking about that top 6, it is a long, long climb to the top for Ricks. As they didn't play in the fall split, you'll recall, only came together for this winter split. Only 270 points in the bag puts them 17th in the overall European standings. Oxygen 10th, only 200 odd points off of a top 6 position. They need a good run here today if they want to find themselves in that top 6, and of course Ricks really needs one heck of a run. They need the Cinderella run, essentially, Danny. Give themselves a contention of getting to the World Championship. That's still to come. That'll be a story for the spring split here in the winter split, in the winter major. Ricks need one more win to send it to a 5th game and try and keep them in this upper bracket to have that date with Destiny with Giants in the next round of the upper bracket. But Oxygen just slowing things down. Farah finds just set and plants it into that left-hand corner. And I don't know about you, Danny, but it just feels a little bit lackluster from Oxygen, and that will secure it. 1-0, Ocelon just picking dimes out of the sky.
That was like Ocelon was rolling the years back. Absolutely played well. Credit to the rest of Ricks for the demo to get this sort of space open up. The limb to worry about one defender only. The jump right across in. One of the players who I've been in the scene for a very long time, I look up to. I learnt a bit from him as well. Ocelon, Kai's and Mike Boy will be glad to see a goal has gone in through other means. Oxygen, on the other hand, will not be worried. They can take their time, know the series on their advantage, and just play the clock.
They really can't afford to get worried at this stage. And obviously, the respect is still there for Oxygen, for Ricks, that they are one heck of a team and they need to play them. It's not, yes, you won the first 2 games in commanding fashion, but you cannot let up at this stage of the series. The Chaussette will fail to score, but Farah doesn't. Right under the defense, 2 minutes in, and we're tied back up.
Oh, this will be painful for Ricks.
Oh, what a bump.
That one's just going to hurt. And your heart's just going to beat onto that chest one. You just feel we've let that one go by. They cannot afford to let anything go. We know how difficult it was to get one goal from Ricks. And Mike Boy looks for the second. And also was the goal scorer in this game, not adding the second, however.
Yeah, double save there for Oxygen, just keeps their net a little bit cleaner for the moment. Astro needs to follow this one through. We've seen him do that kind of play before, but as you said, you just don't want to take risks at this point if you're Oxygen. You feel in your mind that you are the better team. Yes, Ricks have had one heck of a comeback here. Halfway through this game number 4, Ricks just need to hold their nerve. Get one more through. They know they can do it. Mike Boy, not a lot of boost. 10 in the tank will go towards the backboard. Now Ocelon picks this one up. Cash hovering in this midfield. Big shot towards the net. It will go high. Astro will play it away to this right-hand corner. And right back into the Ricks half, and back and forth we go. No one wanting to play in the midfield. It's just ping pong up and down the field here, Danny. And with 2 minutes to go here, everyone just wanting to send it into their opponent's half.
You blame them. They just want to make sure that it's not in front of the net. Don't need to worry about it as much here. And Astral's been set up. But since Ricks has been getting the goals here, Kais has stood up in his performance. Is this a new defensive meta I'm unaware of here? Back passing in front of your net, Craftman. I hate to see that one be done unranked.
Oh, Ricks GG fans just covering their eyes at that play. And Ocelon, Cash just gets it in the nick of time. Thought Astro might have had the second. And Ricks GG, the defense just looks so shaky there. But again, just calm the nerves. Don't let the moment get to you. As you now start to play back towards this Oxygen half. Midfield dominance again from Oxygen. It's been rare that we've seen Ricks get anything past this midfield defense. Just all their offense is coming from booming the ball upfield, and that's exactly what Mike Boy has the thought to do. But Astro, again, the rotations are just there. Farah has to save this one from Ocelon, does so. 45 seconds remaining. And Ricks on the offense, but they have to get that one. Mike Boy doesn't connect, and Farrell will have the second.
This is just pushing too far up. They know time is of the essence, and they're just in the wrong position, Craftman. That's simply all that was. In Oxygen, you talk about their midline dominance. The French are well renowned for it. But when clearing from your back line, well, that was ideal, and Kaish will not like to see that one again. 30 seconds for Ricks GG to get themselves back into this game now.
3 saves for everyone on Ricks GG. 3 for Ocelon, 3 for Mike Boy, 3 for Cash. but only one goal on the board, and saves will not get you this win right now. You need this second goal, whoever it's going to come from. 17 seconds now. Need to hold possession in the Oxygen half. Play out of this corner. Ocelon has no boost going for this one, but tries to beat Astro on the ball, will not, and this one's just going to trickle back to the Rex half. Full court carry required in under 0 time. Nightboy keeps this one eye, has to. Ocelon takes the dribble. We know how well he does in those 1v1 situations. Get it past one, gets it past two. No, he does not. Astro plays it to the corner and plays it down. And Oxygen will go on to face Giants in the upper bracket.
It's just unfortunate at this point there. You just look at the contour of that wall and you just thought, that's still up for a second, and it's just cruel to be, but Crafters just outright, their Auction Esports had Rix's number. They were the better side, they were outscoring, but it was that mid lane was